We only care about tiny, insignificant parts of our lives, but we fight for our tiny, insignificant rights while children are brainwashed to think that their pimps are their parents because mom wasn't allowed to ask the man who raped her to wear a condom. Because maybe he would leave. Because maybe he wouldn't pay. But that's not the worst thing that would happen. Because when the man is done with her, she's going to leave the room. Because when she leaves the room, she's going to be beaten up or worse. Because she's going to be made an example of what not to do. And nobody in that building made of jail cells, in that building full of silent screams of women wanting to get out, in that building infested with drugs to keep them always coming back for more, nobody is going to say anything. Because then they become the second example that day. The mechanism of violence is what destroys women, diminishes women, controls women, and keeps women in their so-called place.
When a girl is being chained to the ground, you look to the law and hope that justice will be found. They fail to see the hands that tie her down and the ideas that bind her in the depths of inhumanity. Because if the middle class and upper class girls are safe, then what's the point? Empty laws do nothing but take up space on worthless paper masquerading as a savior. It is not the laws, but the ideas that tear her apart. Her life is worth what society pays because she's worthless on her own. Because if the middle class and upper class women are safe, then what's the point? The next time she's beaten or raped by the ideas that confine her, it will be the idea that fights all others, the idea that is spoken by the heart and not simply tradition, the idea, not the law, that has any chance of saving her. Because if the middle class and upper class women are safe, then what's the point?
In a society run by cover-ups, we ignore and don't look for truth. In a society where our source of facts is through a silver screen, yet we censor the most important information. In a society where likes is a form of pavement, but do they educate the children? In a society where the most trending tweet is hashtag let's take a selfie, not hashtag free the woman. In a society where our human morals are depleted, the original creed now forgotten. Because in a society like ours today, the speech we yelled out is ignored, to be replaced with better entertainment.
If it's not happening in America, do we even care? We're told our education is right. We've started movements and wars to gain our independence. We fought for what is ours, but when 115 million kids drop out of elementary school in Nigeria, do we even care? We preach about equal rights, but when girls are being raped and abused by their teachers, we turn our cheeks. I mean, it's not our problem. Teachers in America get arrested for that, so why would we care about the 9th grade girl in Afghanistan who's too scared to return to school? When girls in underdeveloped countries are forced to drop out of schools because their parents care more about their son's education than theirs, we remain silent. It's not happening in America, so why would we care? We tell ourselves that it's not our problem, that someone else will fix it. We say that if we ignore the situation, it will fix itself. I mean, what's the big deal? It's not happening in America, right?
Day by day, women are oppressed, girls are raped, and mothers are dead, and we are standing idly by. To truly make a difference is not to volunteer or donate for distant charities, but it is to change the culture that degrades women, the culture that enslaves women. Women are being freed through empowerment. Their knowledge soars above the stigma and the norms to the skies of freedom. Education, inspiration, determination, the fuel of gender equality. To make change, learning is necessary for rich or poor, for developed or developing, for women and men. One child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world.